So let's quickly talk about what your teacher is looking for when they're marking maths. Every question has three parts. First of all, we check if you've used the correct procedure. We can only tell if you've used the correct procedure if you show us the procedure you do. So if you're writing a ratio and then all of a sudden you have a new number, you have to tell us how you got that number. What operation did you do? Second is if you got the correct answer. That's a bit of an obvious one. And lastly, did you show your working? Did you show us how you got to that answer? So as you can see, 2 out of 3 of your marks come from you showing us your working and the steps that you have taken. That's why working is so important. And that's why it's so important to practice showing your working. Some other tips I have for you is number 1, you should really show your working the exact same way that your teacher does. There are many benefits for this. First of all, we have thought of a logical way for you to do it, so it makes sense. Second of all, when your teacher goes back to look at it and they see you've done it exactly like them, it's super easy for them to follow. And they'll be like, yes, they did it exactly as I asked. And it's going to be super easy to get that mark. My next thing is be neat. I can tell you that if you've made a giant mess and your teacher has to search for your answer, it's going to be less likely that they're going to find it. But if you've been really neat and they can tell exactly what you've done, that's how you're going to get those top marks. Thirdly, put everything in a logical order. Your math should follow down the page. You shouldn't have one line on the right hand side and then all of a sudden your next bit of working is off to the left and then some more off to the right and then the final answer's in the top right hand corner. That makes it really hard for your teacher to follow. Show us the order that you did things down the page. A really good idea as well is to write your answer or highlight it or circle it at the end so your teacher can clearly see what you think the answer is. I've done those 2 sheets that outline to you an overview of algebra. Now it's time for you to work on the concepts that you have analyzed from your quizzes that you need to work on. So you're going to go to your classes and click math. Then you're going to click term 2. Now you're going to select the topic that you need to work on. Let's say I had to work on ratios. I'm going to go into ratios and I'm going to select this sheet that says rates 1. If it was best buys, I would go in here, best buys 1. And I'm going to work through those questions. These are all questions that are all about rates and best buys. Once I'm finished the sheet, then it's a good idea for me to analyze whether or not I've got it correct by doing another quiz. You can find these quizzes on Cambridge, and at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how you can find your quizzes today. I'm going to quickly show you on these pages is some resources for you. So if you click on your topic, you've got this file that you can do in order to practice. You've got the Miss Collier Explains videos, but you also have these pictures that show you the working out. So for this one, this is how you should lay out your working out for rates. This is how you should lay out your working for best buys. Same if you go into any of these ratios. This is how you should lay it out for ratios. Pay attention, practice laying out your working out exactly like that, and that's how you're going to score the best marks on your maths exam. So if you go into your Cambridge app, you should have the notification bar letting you know you have 9 tests. If you click on that, those are all of the revision quizzes. Only do these quizzes after you've done the revision sheet that relates to it. The other option is you can press the little dashboard and click tests, and that's how you can find it as well. Only do it after you've done some revision.